This story right here, one of those stories that sucks. And it just seemed like things that continuously happens. But this time, there's been another rapper Spotemgottem has been shot. Shot 5 times, I believe. He survived. He's still in the hospital if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like I said, he's expected to bounce back. I think they shot into his car over 20 times. And he said he was at the studio. I believe like one of the more famous and well-known studios down in Miami. And they posted up his location with the studio people. And then he took a picture at the studio. So his location was up there. People knew he was there. And they waited for him to leave. I have something queued up here we're going to get into.
Hey, what up guys? We're back at it again with another wild video for you today. Spotemgottem is one of the top rising artists, whose most popular track, Beatbox 2, inspired a viral TikTok trend. News broke early on September 17th that Spotemgottem had been hospitalized after being shot in a drive-by shooting. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the few details that we know surrounding the incident so far. Before we start, if you're a fan of the channel, you already know what it is. Before we start the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you would like to join this month's giveaway of one of these items on the screen, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and without any more hesitation, let's get into it. Born on October 19, 2001, as Nehemiah Lamar Harden, Spotemgottem was raised in Jacksonville, Florida. Not much is known about his family life other than the fact that he spent a lot of time with his uncles, who were actually a major influence in his rap career. You see, Spotem's uncle used to have a studio set up in a garage, and they would often spit and record in there. And Spotem was around to watch and listen to his uncle's practice the craft that he would soon start to master. As soon as he grew a bit older, but still a kid, he began running the streets with kids that he grew up with, which ended up with him catching his first charge at the age of 15. That's right, at only 15 years old. Spotemgottem was charged with grand theft auto along with carrying a concealed weapon. He was caught while allegedly attempting to case the neighborhood for places to possibly rob. Police say that they managed to apprehend Spotem, who was just known as Nehemiah at the time, as well as one of his associates while they were walking along the side of the road. They were unable to find the third suspect, who they believe drove off in a vehicle that the group had stolen while they were attempting to case the area. They caught the two walking along the road and apprehended them. The official police report is that the suspect who drove off was supposed to pick up Spotem and his associate after the car had broken down. Something spooked him though, and he just drove off. Fast forward to 2018, Spotemgottem officially turned his attention towards music and begins to drop videos on YouTube. His first drop was a single that he titled Street Gossip, and it was a hit. As of right now, it's still sitting at over 1.5 million streams on YouTube and is what put Spotem on the map. It wasn't gaining major traction immediately, but it definitely put some eyes on him, and he worked with it. Spotem had a slow but steady rise after releasing his first single. He then continued to drop tracks with music videos and various mixtapes to promote his name. This seemed to work well for him too, because it wasn't long before he started gaining a massive fan base. He even created an Instagram that he seemed to dedicate to just posting himself and his crew holding stacks on cash. One of the best decisions that Spotem made was when he decided to drop his track Beatbox, which hit in April of 2020. This was not only one of his best tracks, but it paved the way for his #1 hit as of now, which of course is Beatbox 2, featuring Pooh Shiesty. Not only was this track a banger that landed on the Billboard Hot 100, but it also inspired a trending TikTok dance. The dance was created by an influencer known as Jumba, which has led to the dance being aptly named the Jumba. The track slapping plus the viral dance trend kept the song on the top of the charts. He didn't stop there though. Spotemgottem dropped his album Most Wanted earlier this year, which featured artists like DaBaby. And what track was DaBaby featured on? That's right, Beatbox 3. And the song plus the music video that was released alongside it are finna be as viral as Beatbox.
Man, that sounds like the label definitely trying to maximize beatbox. That's a trick for people who don't know. You could continue on with the same song and running up numbers on one of the same songs. It was something that NLE Chopper did with Shotta Flow. So many versions of Shotta Flow. but they all go under one tag for Shotta Flow.
That's almost guaranteed. Things aren't going perfectly for Spotemgottem though. According to other rappers in Florida, Spotem is not the person he says he is. And a lot of other Jacksonville rappers have begun to claim that Spotem is a snitch, and with some of them, including Spinner Benz, posting paperwork to social media as proof that Spotem snitched to the police. Now this is crazy, especially when you take a look at what the paperwork says. If it's accurate, then it doesn't look good for Spotemgottem's reputation. The post claimed that Spotem was chilling with another rapper that goes by Y.R.Mookie, and the two ended up being raided and searched by the police. During the process, both of the artists were read their Miranda rights and were then left with two options: keep your mouth shut or start talking. Y.R.Mookie did what most people would assume they would do, and he shut up right on the spot. He wasn't talking to anyone. The same can't be said about Spotem, especially if the paperwork is accurate and not just smoke. Allegedly, Spotem was read his rights and then began to talk to one of the officers, and during the conversation, he basically gave up Mookie to the police. Spotem apparently claimed that he was woken up to the police shining his lights through his window, and he noticed Mookie was pacing back and forth, obviously concerned with the police outside. After the police came in and began to question the two men, they searched the place. After placing the two under arrest, they began to ask Spotem about the toilet on account of it not flushing, and they seemed to have found something stashed in the tank. They asked him if he had used the bathroom since being at the residence that night. He said yeah, but let him know the toilet flushed fine. He didn't stop there though. He also allegedly claimed that Mookie was the last one to go into the bathroom, and that was after he noticed the police outside.
If this is true, that boy wild. That boy wild. He's definitely wild, man. Don't have him in the trap with you.
And if that's true, that means he 100% snitched on his supposed friend. Though Spotem claimed that the allegations were false and he wasn't a snitch, he was still getting clowned by a lot of other rappers from his area. Sadly, this wasn't the only bad thing to happen to Spotemgottem. He was recently involved in a shooting that left him hospitalized. News broke earlier today that Spotemgottem was hit in a drive-by shooting that occurred shortly after he had left the studio. The internet and fans went crazy wondering what exactly happened to Spotem and if he finna be okay. The details in the case are scarce, as it just happened in the early hours of the morning on September 17, 2021. Spotemgottem had apparently been at the studio getting some work done before the incident occurred, according to his most recent Instagram story, which claimed that his new mixtape was in the works. It's likely that he was working on that so he could deliver his promise to his fans. But either way, no matter what he was recording, he was clearly at the studio to put in work, right? There hasn't been direct contact with Spotem, but according to what his lawyers have been saying, as well as what his manager, DJTheParkBoy, we can sort of put bits of the story together. So what it seems like happened was Spotemgottem finished his time in the booth and decided it was time to call it a night. It was around 3 in the morning when he decided to leave the studio and opt into the passenger side of his car. As of right now, there's no word on a possible driver. But shortly after getting into the car, the sound of gunshots began to ring through the air. Someone had pulled up on Spotem and began to unload. According to Fatboy,
that sounded like they were out there just waiting on him. If as soon as you get in the car, they pull up and start shooting, they were already out there waiting. Like I said, they said there was a picture posted up on Instagram, so they knew where he was.
the car that Spotem was in got shot at over 22 times, all on the driver's side, which was probably a good thing for Spotem, because remember, he hopped in the passenger's seat. That didn't necessarily mean he was safe though. According to Fatboy, Spotemgottem was hit by multiple bullets in both legs and had to be taken to a Florida hospital. The original reports were saying that Spotemgottem was placed under critical condition, though as of the time of making the video, TMZ is reporting that Fatboy claims Spotem is currently in stable condition and expected to make a full recovery, which has many fans happy. As of right now, police haven't had any luck in finding the other vehicle that was involved in the shooting, though they claim to be looking thoroughly. There has also been no direct word from Spotem, but I'm sure once he's able to, he'll give the world an update on his condition. Every rapper nowadays has ops, so there's no telling who took a shot at Spotem. Fans are justifiably worried about Spotemgottem, but according to TMZ, he finna make a full recovery, which is great news. Now we just have to wait and see what really happens and what Spotem has to say about the situation. But what you guys think? Will police be able to find the people involved, or is it a lost cause? Be sure to let us
yeah, man, praise up for him. I don't know about the snitching thing, but yeah, and I don't want to say that being a rapper is a dangerous job. I believe people make certain things more dangerous than it has to be, and if you are beefing with people, of course it's gonna be more dangerous. You can't rap about street shit and have beefs and move not accordingly. You can't do it. It's a recipe for disaster every single time, as we see. It's your boy DJ the Park Boy, and I'm here with a special product for you. I got some Delta 8 weed from JK Distro, and I'm saying it's amazing. It's clean, smokable, and the best part is they deliver it right to your door. Because of the 2018 Farm Bill, it's now legal for them to have Delta 8 weed sent through the mail. That's right. And if you use promo code FLOSS1, you can get some clean, smokable weed sent to your door direct. You have options. You go right there to jkdistro.com. You look at all the strands they have, which is a lot. You can even get you some edibles. You can get you some wine. Anything in between you can think of. And you put in promo code FLOSS1, you're going to save you 20%. So go ahead, hop on that now. Make sure it's in the description.